There it is.
For House Rossfield.
Silence, Stowe!
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady God. That will know.
If it's me you want, I'm right here. I've heard talk.
Oh, thank the Founder you were... The Griffin is slain now.
And the Heartstone.
Yes. Thank you, my lord. Your father would be...
Lady Goditha.
Thank you, Cyril. If you would excuse... The armbands are... Pray, take them. Heartstone is heart... And the graven vine...
It's a message. Enemies who would thwart his...
And only if we stood...
Indeed. His Grace knew, but this was more than just a message. It was a promise.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the... Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not so...
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered... I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up...
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I... And so my pursuit continued. Until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father...
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your grace, for coming back to us.
The bands. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was due.
It is. And we thank you for...
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest let him...
I suppose it would. What do you say, Clive?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks.
Your father's helm is since the day we recovered it. I prithee, claim it. And I do not doubt that you'll...
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive.
Ready, girl? Faster!
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Sid, I was wondering if...
It depends what we...
A bearer, but recently freed from his... As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test...
I don't mind, but...
Because our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and... But scouting, we're few with the nose for that. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed.
Sounds reasonable.
So you happy to oversee the boys?
One can never have too much.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you be and that he is to proceed directly to...
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the...
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? Come again. I may have more for you.
What do you think happened to me?
Sid, you have to help.
With what?
No,
It's Miss Middledore. She's very strange.
when she is, she acts like we aren't even there.
In the cloud.
That's what I said.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind.
Not long ago.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take...
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise.
But who's gonna put Miss Middledore back together?
Why don't I...
You do that. She's in her done.
Don't scare him.
Thanks for the warning.
Miss Shirley says your books made quite an impression on the children. You've inspired them all to become writers themselves.
Is that so? We'll need to find some more parchment then.
Ned.
That's it!
to the...
To the sky? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise...
What else would I...
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. Is this really so important that you need to...
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so... The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic, but not me. I've discovered... Well, almost.
And is that a one-woman...
Are you volunteering? But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, first I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light.
If it's beast bones you're after...
No, they'll know where you might find some.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
I've tried to find a supplier for this stuff, but it's rare as Chocobo's teeth. Wonder someone...
Has Midadol mentioned new project yet?
Not exactly.
All right, Sid. Come to buy...
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light, but
Most bones are the same. Whack, if it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better.
I do. I don't know. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older, but don't expect to make quick work.
I'll keep that in mind.
Make sure you do this time. Oh, and while you're at it... Clive, if you see me dad up there, tell him we were right to leave his legacy with you.
Tell him he'll be in the front row. There's no way he'd miss this. Well, behave yourself, Mid.
We'll see.
So, you're in charge now, Gav.
And what does Taya have to say about that? Come back before she finds out, eh?
Thank you, Yote. I'm sorry.
Your Grace, I shall pray for your safe return.
That's kind of you. But you should pray he took his medicine. I didn't spend all night grinding herbs for his lordship to leave them on his nightstand. Again.
You needn't fear, Lady Taya. And thank you.
See that your brother comes back in one piece. Or, at most, two. Any more and you can heal him yourself.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, there's nothing to say that hasn't already been said. But that's never stopped me before, so just you do what needs doing. And don't worry about us.
We'll do our best, Uncle.
That'll be well.
If that is all?
Not quite. Jill.
It's time, isn't it?
It is. Take care of him. And you. You take care of her too, boy.
Don't forget, Clive. We all choose our own path. Believe in yours. I do.
I'll be back. I promise. I love you, Jill.
I know. I love you too.
Now, we have a god to kill.
Here they come! Hold on, Joshua!
Already am.
So, this is Origin.
A far cry from heaven.
Where it all began. Where it all begins. Our ark. Your architect.
There you are.
It was here that we slumbered. Here that we waited for centuries, clinging to our decrepit shell, for fear that we might have need of it once again. But you have come at last. And now we shall be truly complete.
Well, there's 3 of us and 1 of him. Let's make it count.
Dominance. We will show you what it means to suffer. surrendered, this unpleasantness could have been avoided.
Clive! Clive! No. Thank the Founder.
Did I mention you look terrible?
That makes two of us.
Oh, I'll be alright.
And Dion. Take my hand.
No, I told you, I'll be...
Come on.
Thank you.
press on.
Always.
I'm sorry about Dion.
Don't be. Please. He did what he had to do.
And it's time we did the same. Should we stop?
Because of the cough. No, I think we're past that, Clive.
I suppose we are.
That light, so cold. So empty. We're close, aren't we?
It, seems that way. But I don't want to think what could be waiting for us in there.
Then think instead of those waiting for us at home. Clive.
They can't be.
But they are. This is the Nexus. A wellspring of life. Yours and ours. As we watch the world stumble slowly to its dark end, it was here we pledged a new beginning. And now, with the ether we have harvested, I shall raise my kin from their eternal slumber. That together we may usher in a new age of reason.
This was never about creation. Only self-preservation. You condemned an entire world so that you alone might escape death.
Alone. Him. Alone. Clive. I think I understand. He...
They sacrificed their flesh to become beating hearts of crystal that pumped the land's lifeblood from the depths of the earth unto this very chamber. And thus would they labor still, long after their work was done, had you not set them free.
You meant for us to destroy the mother crystals. It's what you wanted all along.
You have our gratitude, Mythos. In this you have served us well. You have both served us well. Welcome home, brother.
Joshua.
I thought it was me. But it wasn't my grasp that grew weaker. It was theirs that grew stronger.
Joshua! No!
And now we can become one.
Clive. Don't speak. Shh. The one possessed of the destructive flames of Ifrit and the healing flames of the Phoenix. This, I once believed, would be Ultima's true form. But I was wrong. I see it now. Why you will never become Ultima's vessel.
I don't care. Just hold on.
Listen to me, Clive. You remember the murals? People once knew that Ultima was their god. That he created them. And they worshipped him, prayed to him, looked to him for guidance.
In vain.
In vain. For he did not listen, did not acknowledge our will, and so we strayed from his path to forge one of our own. So absorbed was he in his own desires, so driven by his own will alone, that he shunned the one thing that could have made him truly powerful. Faith. The same faith people now place in you. Faith that you will fulfill their dream, Sid's dream, of creating a better world for us. Faith that you will follow in Father's footsteps and save those who need saving most. Faith that you will answer Jill's plea to save yourself. The difference is, Clive, that you chose to listen, and that is what has steeled our bonds. Bonds that helped you stand firm when Ultima's pull was at its strongest. His power may be absolute, but so is ours. And so will yours be. With my light in your heart, not even a god might stop us.
Joshua! Don't do it, you'll...
Enough, Clive. My body is too far gone. If the wound does not take me, the curse will.
Look at me, Joshua. Open your eyes! Open your eyes, Damien! Why? Why did you do this? Joshua! Joshua!
And thus does the final piece fall into place. The incantation primed, but one task remains. To empty the vessel.
Still here. With me to the end.
Even now, you would deny the inevitable.